So, Jutland at tier 9. Strong British destroyer, personal defense hydro, it's got a heal, pretty comfortable guns, single fire torpedoes, all that good stuff. What's up, Admiral Evan? All right, let's take a look at your build for the Somme. You've got main armaments, engine room, aiming systems, steering gears, concealment, and main bat. This is pretty much everything you would want to have in a Jutland or a Somme. I see nothing wrong there, as we see a shout out to Admiral Evan.
Yes.
Depth charge module. I mean,
You could technically, because the depth charges are really, really good on it. But it's not at a tier where the submarines have one of their own. Like it's 9, submarines are 8 and 10, which makes the chances of seeing the submarine a little bit lower. Plus, what's the rudder shift on the Jutland without it?
rudder shift in the Jutland is 3.37 with the steering gears. Without the steering gears, it is 4.21. So you don't need rudder shift. You really don't.
You don't. What? Like 4.2 is not bad,
Yeah.
but it's not great either. And I just don't think you need the depth charge more, because like what this actually does is like it doesn't increase the amount of bombs per charge. You just get more charges, which regenerate at a cooldown anyway. So like if you see the submarine and you drop your 2 loads of depth charges and you
Yep.
place them well,
Yep.
the submarine should be dead already. You don't need more charges.
Right. So, I mean, the depth charges modification is very situational compared to, frankly, the rudder shift, the steering gears, which is, you're going to use that all the time. So, okay, fair enough. Although, you're only dropping 1 second. By the way, Putin says you'll have like 30 seconds to do a draw because he's doing clan battles. All right, let's take a look at your commander build. Is this a special commander? CasualTeaDrinker? What about the other one? Permafire Suck? Honestly, I wouldn't run the other one. Here, this one here, you're talking about damage control? I wouldn't run damage control. I mean, it's literally, we're talking about 1 or 2 fewer ticks on fire. Honestly, chances are that's not going to be a big deal.
Yeah, I've seen people do it on the daring initially when it got released, but
Yeah. No special commander, okay?
it's like 4 seconds of fire duration you're scrapping off.
Right. So,
I
alright, let's...
just take the rudder to help dodge torpedoes, especially if you get pinged by a submarine if it happens and you need to maneuver tightly.
I agree the rudder is probably your most efficient module. Your second most efficient would be the depth charges. Your third most efficient is probably the fire reduction. Alright, so your captain, it's a standard captain. You've opted for grease the gears, and then last stand, superintendent for the extra heal, extra, like, all of these consumables. Concealment. Preventative maintenance, I like. Adrenaline rush, survivability expert, and then finally radiolocation. This is the perfect anti-destroyer British sub build. I see nothing wrong with this.
No, if you want radiolocation, that's what you go with. I think even the grease the gears is what I would take here, because you do have 360 to... Actually, do you need grease the gears? What's the turret traverse speed on this?
So 9 degrees a second, so it's 20 seconds with grease the gears. Without it, it's 17 point... Or sorry, it's
Yeah, I don't think you need grease the gears.
It's 10.3 seconds versus 9 seconds. Okay, so if he drops the grease the gears, what is he going to pick instead? Liquidator?
I take the incoming fire alert, to be honest.
Okay. If you don't have priority target, incoming fire alert could work. Although, in my opinion, if you are detected, you're being shot at. That's just a general. And if I'm a destroyer, I'm detected, I'm being shot at. That's it. So, it can help. I don't know that it's incredibly necessary.
No,
Liquidator
it's not
could be work.
incredibly. It's not incredibly necessary.
Okay.
Like none of these 1-point skills provide a ton of value.
Yeah, I might go for Liquidator, but let's move on. Flags, you've got Anti-Debt, you've got the Flood Chance, and then you've got the Smoke Generator Consumable. Obviously, you're trying to consume credits, otherwise you would be picking out maybe your Fire Chance, maybe your Speed, maybe your Heal, maybe your Consumables.
I find the
But
smoke
whatever.
one weird after the changes.
Why?
It's only 10, like it's like literally 1.5 seconds more smoke.
Yeah.
Doesn't
Well,
do much. I would run the hydro flag though for sure.
absolutely. Especially the British destroyers, right? Because that you get that kind of personal defense hydro. Now, this is also a ranked battle. Okay, let me write this one down. Whoa, 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 whoa. Game. Game, what are you doing? Game. Jeez. Sorry about that.
Speedrun rank.
Alright. Skullgren, thank you for the follow. You will boost turret traverse on a boat. You're constantly having to let off the rudder to be able to take its shot. So, Dragoneth, in other words, you're out-turning your turrets. And yes, that's something that you have to determine. Alright, it sounds...
Doesn't happen on the Jutland though.
You've got Cap on this ship. You can hear from all the grunting. Enemy team. Enemy has a Somme as well. Iowa, Illinois, Jean Bart, Azuma, Buffalo. Honestly, of the entire enemy team, all you care about is the Buffalo and the Somme. Stay out of the Buffalo's radar range and don't run into the Somme, and you're Gucci. You've got 2 Kearsarges, a Palmer, a Schroeder, and a Carnot. Okay. I really like your matchmaking better than theirs. So we'll see what happens. You are right on the edge of the Buffalo's radar. Careful with that. Somme is in the B cap, way the heck away. So it's only the Buffalo's radar you have to worry about now. And you're just sailing directly towards him. Summers is... I need to avoid everything while dodging planes. Yes, exactly. I might actually smoke here just to try to get the Buffalo to radar. If he radars, you just keep moving forward. If he does not radar, you stop and you farm with your shots. You forgot it was 10 kilometers this game. The Buffalo radar? I mean, it hasn't impacted you right now because... Wow.
Yeah, I don't know why the Buffalo didn't even radar there. Like...
Buffaloes usually get deathstruck before radaring. Ha! Ha! Too bad you've got 2 Kearsarges that are too busy being airfields, right?
I don't like that you're keeping this island between you and your pushing battleship.
So I was just gonna mention, you haven't seen the Jean Bart, and then while Jean Bart appears, you should absolutely be slowing down and smoking But you're not. You are YOLO charging him instead. You had AP in the barrels, lucky you. What are you trying to do here? You're just gonna charge him and torpedo him, aren't you? DCP, heal, by the way, heal. You can't widespread, but I would definitely spread out your torpedoes on this Jean Bart here. You don't want them all to hit the same spot. If they do, they saturate. Doesn't matter because you get the kill. And hey, look, radar from the Buffalo. That guy paid more than Elon Musk. Meanwhile, while this is happening, I want to point out the enemy Somme just killed your Pommer. So you might feel really good about this, Tea-Drinker, but you shouldn't because the enemy team did the exact same damn thing. Also, look at your Kearsarge at G-Cap. What the F is he doing right now? I'd be very scared. Very concerned. Very concerned. T is 1-for-1 gaming. Trust. Alright, Patton. Alright. What are you doing? Opening up with your guns? Look at your hit point pool. What are you thinking? You're figuring the Kearsarge is charging in a C, so get some free damage while everybody's focused on the Kearsarge. I mean, I understand, Patton, but there's only so many times you can try to outskill the enemy. Fortunately, with the Kearsarge where he is, that was interesting. You'd do it too if we're desperate. Are you desperate at this point? You're only 7 minutes into a ranked battle, not even 7 minutes in. You're up on ships and Caps. I don't feel like you're desperate, in my opinion. Kearsarge is gonna throw a ship away for free, so that's oof. So the Somme does have slightly buffed AP. I didn't talk about the ship's characteristics. But, comes in handy, I suppose.
I have no idea what is happening in this game. And this is what, silver ranked?
It's gotta be, because it's tier 9. I like how your Schroeder has completely ignored the B cap and instead just put himself in a position to be punched through the face, but also use secondaries. So that's nice of him. Is it short fuse AP or improved angles? I believe it's improved angles. It's both?
I'm pretty sure it's both.
Okay.
It's for sure improved angles. The same ones as the Des Moines has.
Okay.
The fuse... Yeah. 0.01 second fuse timer. That is short fuse.
It is. Okay. So, you're tied up on ships now. You're up on points. Time to think about where you want to be, right? Those might fizzle. You get 1. Opening up here is risky because you tell the enemy where you are, but you are trying to spot.
I would just go through the gap and get their hook at this point.
I like how the Schroeder who died says, "Hey, you go Cap B, the guy that's alive."
Like, I would cap B too.
I wouldn't. Everything's at A. Why
Yeah.
leave?
I mean, everything here is spotted anyway by your battleship still. You sitting here and farming the damage can work for your damage. But I think just getting that third cap puts, like, even if your ships die, you're gonna win it out on points if you get that cap.
Pujam brings in a good point. If you focus more on HE, you might get more fires because it's got pretty good fire chance. Interesting use of your launchers that way. Now, Illinois, I might open up in the Illinois here. Because he is so low and he has DCP'd this fire. I wouldn't wait. I would open up on the Des Moines. And if you want, or sorry, the Illinois. Put your smoke up as well. Iowa takes torpedoes. Illinois dies. Yeah, I don't think you need the B cap. I really think you need to focus on just getting the kills right now.
I mean, I agree you don't need the B cap to win it. But it's a safe free cap that will 100% win you the game too.
Yes, but at the same time, it takes TeaDrinker out of the game for a good amount of time. That's the only thing I'm concerned about. Like right now, okay, Iowa is all that's left on the enemy team. I would absolutely go for the B cap at this point. Assure the win and be done with it. No reason not to. Now, you're getting, I would say you're getting a little bit on the greedy side of things, trying to get some hits on the Iowa. You don't need to do this, by the way. Chances are he can't kill you, but still.
You give him a chance to kill you.
Yeah, why would you do that?
Never had if you don't shoot.
Right, I agree.
And for what? Like for 200 extra XP?
Mm-hmm. It's called Unicom flexing pattern, right?
Unicom flexing? I call it a dumb plan.
I mean, I call it risks you don't need to take. Let's put it that way, right?
A risk you don't need to take is dumb. Like
mandatory
I'll
for superior.
Here.
All right. Well, hey, look. The Iowa went to A. He's going to save his star by capping A. You're going to go ahead and cap the B cap. There you go. Ace Centurion 872. Thank you for the follow, my dude. Make sure you type ! ticket in chat to get in for our giveaway, please. There you go. Perfect. Alright, so Iowa caps the A cap, you cap the B cap, and at this point, it no longer matters who does what. Because you won the game. Let's take a look at your end result screens. 4 achievements: Dev Strike, Combat Scout, First Blood, and High Caliber. 144,500 damage, 1 kill, and of course, you are first place in base XP on your team. Nicely done, sir.
Would have been dead last though. I think that was an unnecessary risky play at the start there.
It was very risky. This game turned out to be not so much, but I would agree with you, Grunty. There were some risks involved in this game. Let's take a look at the render. Dragonith, no, I think it's more of an issue with just the way the replay shows the screen. I'm pretty sure the Azuma saved a star. Either way, it doesn't really matter too much, you know?
I think it was pretty obvious early on that the Somme was capping the B cap with the way radiolocation etc. pointed and how quick the B cap was taken.
Mm.
So I like going into the A cap here. But then here turning into the Buffalo, especially seeing that this Chambard was charging, super risky. And then here this dirtling around behind this island, letting the Chambard push up. Like it would have been very, very easy to just get outside a little bit and get this Chambard spotted again and not let him basically surprise you.
And he did surprise, and you're very lucky, one, that you get AP in the barrels, two, that he wasn't really ready for you at all. Here is our...
Yeah, could have easily died there.
Right. Lycanthropy Games, thank you for the follow. Risks make this game worth playing for a good player, in your opinion. Patton, yes. At the same time, I feel like risks that involve losing over half your HP are not worth it. Again, TeaDrinker is lucky. The Jean Bart missed his salvo and he had AP in the barrels. If he had HE in the barrels and hit most of his salvo, this would be a very different replay.
Yeah, Chambard has a reload booster. For all what we know, the Buffalo hasn't radared yet.
Yep. There's things that worked in your favor, right? Buffalo didn't really radar when he could have or should have. The Jean Bart wasn't ready for you, and when you got spotted, I mean, he's got AP in the barrels. Everything else to me felt kind of like after the Jean Bart died, it was just, it's a domino effect, right? You just took everything out. Chat, what can I call this replay when I put this out of YouTube? I really don't know, other than read. I do feel like there were some parts where TeaDrinker was a little greedy with the ship. Risk it for the biscuit? Unnecessary risks, is Kemishi's. Dear Jean Bart, some risk not worth it. Some like it hot.